Thank you. Thank you. There were some new figures out today showing the highest maternal mortality rate in half a century, or a little more in fact. And of course that puts the US right at the top of wealthy countries in terms of maternal mortality. Does the White House, have any plans about this? And so, thank you.
Yeah, I have a statement here that we wanted to share with all of you. Look, the data that came out today show for far too long pregnant and postpartum women have been short-shifted here, which is exactly why the president and congressional Democrats are working to improve their access to health care, to lower health care costs, and to significantly increase investments in improving maternal health. But meanwhile, what we're seeing from the other side, what we're seeing from Republicans they're doing the complete opposite, which is consistent and on brand for them, working to gut health care for Americans, repeal Affordable Care Act, and make deep cuts to Medicaid, which is the last thing we should do, given that 40% of women have Medicaid coverage at the time of delivery. It is incomprehensible, and it is incredibly dangerous, what we're seeing from our Republicans' colleagues in Congress. The most powerful country in the world should not be accepting this as a reality. This is a crisis, and we are taking action. The president and the vice president will continue this fight to ensure pregnant and postpartum women and all Americans have the care they need to stay healthy, and that's a commitment that you'll see from this president. Go ahead, April.
Two questions. First, on the abortion pill in the Texas case, what happens to disadvantaged women, particularly in the Black and brown community, if this pill is abolished or not allowed in that state? What happens?
So look, I'm not going to get ahead of the decision that the courts are going to be making at any time soon, today, who knows, a couple of days, going to stay out of that. But we've been very clear. We've been very clear that what could potentially happen is unprecedented. We're talking about a pill that's been around for 2 decades. It's been in more than 60 countries across the globe. That is safe. And this is something that the FDA should decide on what's safe and what could be beneficial to women's health. So yes, if this were to occur again, I'm not going to want to be very careful here. This would be devastating to that very group that you just listed out, April.
So you're questioning his definition or qualification for what's safe, the judge?
I'm not questioning anything at this time. This is something that the judge has to decide. Want to be very careful. This is an ongoing litigation, but what could happen would be unprecedented. And the president and this administration, you're going to continue to hear us speak up for women across the country.